What ski resort gets the deepest snow in southern Tahoe, has 58% of its terrain rated advanced or expert, and sits in a remote alpine valley away from the lake crowds? Kirkwood Mountain Resort is the answer, and it's one of California's most underrated skiing destinations. I've ridden at most of the major Tahoe resorts, but Kirkwood always stood out as the one that serious skiers mentioned with a knowing nod. So, on my recent California trip, I made sure to allocate a day to see if it lived up to that reputation. After riding at Heavenly earlier in the week, the contrast between these two Epic Pass resorts couldn't be more striking, and that's actually a good thing. In this video, I'll take you through everything you need to know about Kirkwood, from its extensive expert terrain to its laid-back, no-frills mountain experience. I'll cover the trail breakdown, lift system, accommodation options, and pricing details to help you decide if Kirkwood deserves a spot on your Tahoe itinerary. If you've been to Kirkwood before, let me know in the comments how you think it compares to other Tahoe resorts. And if you find this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more resort reviews. Let's get into it. Kirkwood sits at a base elevation of 7,800 feet, or 2,377 meters, with a summit reaching 9,800 feet, or 2,897 meters. That gives you a respectable 2,000 feet of vertical drop across 2,300 acres of terrain. The resort has 86 marked trails serviced by 15 lifts, ranging from high-speed quads to fixed grip chairs, T-bars, and surface lifts. What makes Kirkwood special isn't just its size, but its consistent snowfall. The resort receives an average of 354 inches, or 899 centimeters, annually, the highest in the southern Tahoe region. Its position along a high ridge intercepts storms in a way that often gives Kirkwood significantly more snow than resorts around the lake itself. The terrain breakdown tells you immediately what type of mountain this is: 12% beginner, 30% intermediate, 38% advanced, and 20% expert. With 58% of the mountain rated advanced or expert, Kirkwood makes no apologies for catering to more skilled riders. But don't let that intimidate you. There are still good options for beginners and intermediates, particularly in the Timber Creek area. If you're just starting out, Kirkwood has concentrated most of its beginner terrain in the Timber Creek area. This is essentially a separate base area that functions almost like a mini resort for learners. You'll find magic carpets for your very first turns, then progress to the Bunny Triple Chair, which serves 3 gentle green runs. Once you're building confidence, the TC Express offers access to slightly more challenging terrain while still keeping things manageable. What's particularly good about this progression is how naturally it flows. You can gradually challenge yourself without suddenly finding yourself on something too steep. Back at the main part of the resort, the Snowkirk Triple provides access to 3 additional beginner trails. These tend to be a bit more crowded as they're closer to the main village, but they offer a different experience once you're ready to expand your horizons. What Kirkwood doesn't have is an abundance of beginner terrain across the mountain, unlike resorts like Heavenly, where you can find green runs from various lifts. Here, you're somewhat confined to specific areas, which means families with mixed abilities might need to split up at times. For intermediate riders, Kirkwood really starts to shine. The TC Express, Solitude, Snowkirk, and Capel's Crest lifts all offer excellent blue runs that let you explore more of the mountain. One standout area is the Sunrise Zone on the backside of the resort. This section is accessed by the Sunrise Quad and features some of Kirkwood's longest intermediate trails. These runs are consistently well groomed and offer a sense of remoteness that's pretty special. You almost feel like you're in your own private ski area when you're back there, especially on weekdays. What makes these intermediate trails particularly good is their consistency. They maintain their pitch without the surprise steep sections you sometimes find at other resorts. This makes them perfect for working on technique and building confidence. The one downside for intermediates is the amount of traversing sometimes required to move between different parts of the mountain. The layout isn't quite as interconnected as some other resorts, so you may need to plan your runs to avoid getting stuck in one section. This is where Kirkwood earns its reputation. With 38% of terrain rated advanced, you have options spread across the entire resort. The Sunrise area alone offers 7 black diamond trails, with personal favourites, including the Wave, though it requires some traversing, and Button Bowl, accessed from the Vista T-Bar. Back on the main face, the Cornice Express opens up a wealth of options. There are 5 black diamond runs directly from the summit, all with excellent pitch and usually well groomed. Zachary's became my go-to run here. It's steep, fast, and offers amazing views of the distant mountains. You can lap this zone easily, making it perfect when you want to get in a lot of vertical. For something more exploratory, traverse right from the top of Cornice Express to reach Sentinel Bowl. This zone below Glove Rock contains 6 marked advanced trails, plus plenty of unmarked lines between them. It's the perfect blend of structured runs and off-piste exploration without committing to double black terrain. You'll find rocks, small cliffs, chutes, and tree sections that let you create your own adventure each run. At 20% of the mountain, Kirkwood's expert terrain puts it alongside Palisades Tahoe for the most challenging skiing in the Lake Tahoe region. The resort doesn't just have a token double black area, it has multiple zones of legitimately intimidating terrain. The Wall is the most accessible expert area, accessed via the Wall Triple Chair. This lift serves 8 double black diamond runs, with the Wall itself being the most approachable and therefore most trafficked. The rock chutes in Wagon Wheel Bowl represent the next level up in difficulty. These are genuinely challenging lines that require precise technique and good snow conditions. Then there's Devils Corral, located beneath the Cirque on Thimble Peak. This zone contains 8 marked chutes, all rated double black diamond. Access requires either taking the Vista T-Bar and traversing the ridgeline, or riding the Sunrise Quad and working your way back. During my visit, I didn't see anyone actually skiing this area, which tells you something about the level of commitment required. I'll be honest, I didn't ride these expert zones myself. They were above my comfort level, particularly in the mixed snow conditions during my visit. But if you're an expert looking for challenging inbounds terrain, Kirkwood delivers the goods in a way few resorts can match. That perfect moment when the powder flies above your head. The adrenaline rush of getting a new top speed on a freshly groomed piste. The breathtaking alpine views that are so good that you have to show your mum. Some moments are too extraordinary not to share. But here's the reality of mountain connectivity. This icon shows up a lot. Unless you've got Roamless and their eSIMs. I live streamed the Ski World Championships from Saalbeck Hinterglemm, sent real-time videos from the top of Hintertux Glacier, and video called my mum from the gondola at Kitzbühel just to show her the view. With Roamless, I'm always connected to the fastest local networks, so I can share every incredible moment instantly. The app even tells me when I'm running low. Topping up takes seconds, and I can do it from a chairlift. Because what's the point of taking an epic ski adventure if there's no one to share it with? Use code SNOWSTASH for $5 USD free credit. Roamless and their eSIMs. Share the world wherever you are. Kirkwood's lift system reflects its character as a skier's mountain rather than a luxury resort. Of the 15 lifts, only 2 are high-speed detachable quads. Timber Creek Express, built in 2005, and Cornice Express from 2000. These are the primary workhorses that move most visitors up the mountain. The majority of the lift system consists of fixed grip chairs, 1 quad, Sunrise from 1998, 6 triples, and 2 doubles, plus a few surface lifts, including the Vista T-Bar. Many of these lifts have been around for decades. The Solitude Triple dates back to 1973, which gives the resort a certain old-school charm. The upside of this more traditional lift setup is that even on busier days, the crowds tend to spread out, rather than concentrate at high-speed lifts. The downside, naturally, is longer ride times. The Wall Triple, for example, is 1,500 meters long and takes around 15 minutes for a complete ride. That's a lot of time to spend on a chair compared to modern detachable lifts. For the most part, the lift layout serves the terrain well, though some areas require traverses to access. The biggest limitation is the lack of high-speed lifts for the advanced terrain. Lapping the wall or wagon wheel areas means committing to slow chair rides between runs. Kirkwood's reputation for snow is well earned. The resort sits in a unique position along the Sierra Crest that intercepts storms moving in from the Pacific. This creates what locals call the K factor. When it might be raining at lake level, Kirkwood is often getting dumped on. With 354 inches, or 899 centimetres, average annual snowfall, Kirkwood receives more snow than any other Tahoe resort. The high base elevation of 7,800 feet also helps maintain snow quality throughout the season. My visit wasn't during a powder period. There had been some light snowfall in the days prior, but nothing significant. Even without fresh powder, the overall snow coverage was good, particularly on north-facing slopes. The resort clearly knows how to manage their snowpack and groom effectively. From talking to locals, Kirkwood's reputation peaks during and immediately after major storms. The remote location means fewer people make the trip compared to more accessible resorts, which translates to untracked powder lasting longer. Kirkwood is owned by Vail Resorts, so it's on the Epic Pass. I used my Epic Australia Pass, which I'd previously exchanged for a regular Epic Pass, at Heavenly earlier in the week. This made access simple. I just went straight to the lifts without needing to visit a ticket window. For those buying day tickets, the most recent pricing as of October 2025 shows adult weekday tickets at $163 for ages 19 to 64. Juniors aged 13 to 18 and seniors 65 plus both pay $147, while children 5 to 12 pay $114. Those prices typically increase for weekends and peak periods with Vail's dynamic pricing model. If you're riding multiple days, multi-day passes offer better value. A 2-day adult pass runs $326, while a full week pass costs a hefty $1,071. Again, children, juniors, and seniors get reduced rates, with a child's week pass at $749. Like most Vail resorts, buying online in advance offers the best rates. The pricing is certainly not cheap, but it's roughly on par with other major Tahoe resorts. The real value comes if you're riding multiple days on an Epic Pass. If you're expecting the extensive on-mountain dining and facilities found at resorts like Heavenly or Park City, Kirkwood will surprise you. The amenities are concentrated mainly in the Mountain Village and Timber Creek base areas, with just one small restaurant at the Sunrise Lift base on the backside. This limited infrastructure reinforces Kirkwood's identity as a place focused on skiing rather than the peripheral resort experience. There aren't mountaintop restaurants with panoramic views or mid-mountain lodges scattered across the terrain. The facilities that do exist are functional rather than luxurious. For me, this actually added to Kirkwood's appeal. The focus is clearly on the snow and terrain, not on creating a luxury mountain experience. If you're the type of rider who cares more about good runs than good restaurants, you'll appreciate this straightforward approach. Accommodation at Kirkwood is limited to condo-style properties in the base village. There's no major resort village or collection of hotels, just a handful of modest condo developments. Prices for the 2025 to 26 season range from $207 per night for a basic unit in the Meadows region to $757 for a higher-end townhome at Timber Ridge. The Mountain Club offers the most convenient ski-in, ski-out access with rates around $275 per night. These units come with amenities like hot tubs and ski lockers, which make the experience more comfortable. For my visit, I stayed in South Lake Tahoe and made the 45-minute drive to Kirkwood. If you're planning to explore multiple resorts in the area, like Heavenly and Sierra at Tahoe, this approach makes more sense than staying at Kirkwood itself. South Lake also offers more dining and entertainment options for evenings. Kirkwood's location is both its strength and its challenge. Sitting about 35 miles southwest of South Lake Tahoe, it's notably more remote than the lakeside resorts. This isolation helps preserve its uncrowded atmosphere and contributes to its impressive snowfall. The drive from South Lake Tahoe takes about 45 minutes in good conditions, following Highway 89 south before turning onto Highway 88. The roads are generally well maintained, but winter driving conditions can be challenging after storms. Proper snow tires or chains are essential during winter months. From San Francisco, expect a drive of about 3.5 hours, while Reno is roughly 1.5 to 2 hours away, depending on conditions. The remote location means you're committing to a day of skiing without easy access to non-ski activities, unlike at lakeside resorts. Parking is available at the base areas, but comes with a surprise cost. I ended up paying $30 for day parking in the main lot. While convenient, this unexpected expense is worth factoring into your budget. There may be free options further away, but I didn't explore these during my visit. Kirkwood occupies a specific niche in the Tahoe ski scene. It's for people who prioritize terrain and snow over amenities and convenience. The combination of highest in Tahoe snowfall, challenging terrain, and relatively uncrowded slopes makes it a compelling destination for more experienced riders. Is it for everyone? Definitely not. Families with young children or beginners might find better options elsewhere in Tahoe. The remote location and limited facilities don't offer the full resort experience that some visitors seek. But if you're an intermediate to advanced skier looking for challenging terrain and quality snow, Kirkwood deserves a spot on your Tahoe itinerary. Even on a non-powder day, the varied terrain and laid-back atmosphere made for a refreshing change from the busier lakeside resorts. Whether you dedicate a full Tahoe trip to Kirkwood or just allocate a day, like I did, you'll find a mountain that stays true to what matters most, the skiing itself. What do you think about Kirkwood? Have you been? Let me know in the comments how it compares to other Tahoe resorts in your experience. Thanks for watching. Ciao.